Last time was a little shorter than usual. I tried to make these videos around 40 to 50 minutes depending on the contents, and like part 4 or something where there was one big battle I just couldn't cut away. But yeah, 5 parts spanning a little more than 4 hours, and that was just the prologue. So now we've had the prologue, let's dive into the story proper. And I'm so hyped, I'm just enjoying this so much. When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned to ashes and it looked like the remains of a battlefield from a movie. But that didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flame had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange, being the only thing in that place that still had its original form. I was the only one still alive around here. I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was, but the point is, I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly because I thought it would be dangerous just to stay there. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me, probably because over and not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. But still, I had no hope. I'm wondering, whose point of view is this? It was already a wonder that I was still alive, but I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this red world. This was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. I collapsed. Was it because there was no air? Was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Everything around me was burned up, and I could see many shriveled people. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. I would be put out unless it rains. In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. It was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived, but I think all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. If you take away a child's parents, home, and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That was why there was only my body. I think it was a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. I'm dreaming. I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just like light entering my eyes when I woke up. But I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. Huh? When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on a familiar bed in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe.
どこだろうここ
I look around. The room is big and there are many beds. A person in each bed and everyone seems to be hurt. No one feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who was saved. I relaxed and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understood. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, it was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, there was a terrible fire. I had been saved from it. I was in the hospital with my body wrapped in bandages and my parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. I think I understood quickly. Well, there was nothing but children in similar situations around me. All I could do was absorb the fact. And after that, the man came, right when I was beginning to worry what would happen to me next. He came on the day my bandages were taken off and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father.
こんにちは。君がシロー君だね。
A smile that seemed to melt in the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice.
率直に聞くけど、孤児院に預けられるのと、初めて会ったおじさんに引き取られるの、君はどっちがいいかな？
That man was saying he could adopt me, but when I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future, but it made no difference as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So I decided to go with him.
そうか。よかった。なら早く身支度を済ませよう。新しい家に一日でも早く慣れなくっちゃいけないからね。
I quickly started packing my stuff. Packing wasn't very good, even in the house of a child. Then, after making a big mess...
おっと、大切なことを言い忘れた。うちに来る前に、一つだけ教えなくちゃいけないことがある。
He turns to me lightly and says,
はじめに言っておくとね、僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Okay. He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Not to think of it now, I was really a child back then. I automatically believed those words.
うわ、じいさんすごいな。
I guess I said so with bright eyes. Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then, but my father would always talk to me about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. But for my father, I'm so sorry about butchering those names. Emiya, Kikitsugu? Might have been the happiest day of his life. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me he was a sorcerer, but it was strange as well for me admiring that. And thus, I became an adopted son, and my last name became Emiya. Emiya Shiro. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Ritsugu. I'm dreaming. Yes, saving. And I'm just adjusting the settings. story from my childhood. That was when I finally convinced my father to make me his student. That must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay at home by myself, Hiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world, and he began to act on these words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month. Sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. The Emiya house was a big Japanese-style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in his house at times, as it was too big for a child. But still, I liked my life here. Emiya Kiritsugu would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. And the child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. I was always alone in the house, but that loneliness would all fade with the stories he brought back. Father was always chasing his dreams like a kid. His attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. It might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Don't tell me Shiro is another one magus in this Holy Grail war. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. I hear a sound. I hear a heavy old rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shed. My mind waking up.
先輩、起きてますか?
Feels the cold air. Approaching footsteps.
おはよう、さくら。
はい。おはようございます、先輩。
Sakura smiles and nods as if accustomed to the situation.
先輩、朝ですよ。まだ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
Are we the one who witnessed the battle and got stabbed in the heart and Rin saved us? That means we are the one that will get Saber as a servant.
そうだな。よく起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
And I'm just noticing I'm enjoying this voice acting so much, it's so good.
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから。
I mean, I've been sick for the last few weeks. My health has been really bad, but just recording this, I'm enjoying this so much, it's so great.
こんな風に起こしに来れるなんて、たまにしかありません。
Question mark? Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something.
そうかな。結構さくらには起こされてるぞ、俺。けど、藤姉には叩き起こされるから、さくらの方が助かる。これに懲りずに次は頑張る。
I answer her with a sleepy head. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not really awake.
はい、わかりました。でも、頑張ってもらわない方が嬉しいです、私。
Sakura's giggling. I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
Taking a deep breath, I clear up my mind. Cold outdoor air helps in situations like this. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. In front of me is Mato Sakura, my junior at school. This place is the shed behind my house, and the time is 6 o'clock.
先輩、
目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。またやっちまった。朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
そんなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ？なら、朝はゆっくりしてください。朝食の支度は 私がしておきますから。
Because I clicked too fast as she wasn't talking, since I would assume that Sakura won't say stuff in the third person. But she sounds quite happy indeed. It's unusual, Sakura really seems to be in a good mood this morning.
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。よし、準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
いえ、その、先輩。
Don't tell me he's still in his pajamas or something.
なんだよ、他に何かあるのか？
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、その、先輩、家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
Call it. That said, I look down on myself. I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Okay, it's not as bad as pajamas, but still. Being in my work clothes, they're pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Eugenie would say to me if I went into the house like this.
まだ目が覚めてないみたいだ。なんか普段に増して抜けてるな、俺。
そうかもしれませんね。ですから朝食の支度は私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。それにほら、ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
はい、お待ちしてますね、先輩。
Sakura leaves. Well, I have to change in my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of a yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. For me, it's a place of treasures. I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in here. As a result, it became my base. For me, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me, and I can only relax in this space full of junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place? Or have to come to like it because of all the junk? Anyway, since I was always sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. Not like I get attached to things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And I just like that. I was fixing up this stove all last night.
完成は明日か。途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
Actually, I got the feeling of disappointment in myself. I gathered off the parts of the stove and set them on the shelf full of things waiting to be fixed. There are no spaces on the shelf full of things awaiting repair. An old VCR awaits after the stove. One thing what's so weird is, like I said in my first Fates videos, I'm going in totally blind and I never saw anything about this series. Or not even any anime. But the things I saw were always terms like saber and such, and it always struck me like some kind of medieval series, so it's so weird for me to read about somewhat current technology, although VCRs are a bit old at this point. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Eugenie broke both of them. I changed into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds changes of clothes with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the result of failures from when I do my training. Yep, we're definitely the 7th master. There's also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar or something.
さて、今日も一日頑張って精進しよう。
Putting my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. I emerge from the shed. Gave me a house is a Japanese-style house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had this huge house. That is on its own is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. But to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Old man Fujimura is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza boss, he is a Yakuza boss. Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. It's certainly true that he's energetic and scary, but he's actually not a bad person. It really helps me as he pays a lot when I tune up the motorcycle we likes to ride. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since father died. The days have passed quickly. As I thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. Trained every day to be like Yuritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. Welp. No, I guess it won't do any good to rush. But now I have to do what I can. Well then, right now I should. There are choices in... What? What? There are choices in this game? I had no idea there were choices in this game. I'm just gonna save real quick. And let's help Sakura. That's right, I have to go and help Sakura. I'd feel bad both for letting my junior do all the work and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. Since breakfast has already been made, I can smell the elegant scent of breakfast filling Sakura. Sakura has finished cooking and is opening the cupboards. I can see all she has left to do is set the table.
めんぼくない。せめて食器の用意ぐらいはやるから、さくらは座っててくれ。
もう来ちゃったんですか、先輩。
もうじゃないぞ。6時10分って言ったら朝飯を食ってる時間じゃないか。完全に寝坊だよ。
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんですから、この時間は十分に早起きです。
部活は関係ない。それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのも問題じゃないか。
私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
ああ、それは何度も聞いた。だから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしてるんだ。さくらが来てくれるなら、その時間には起きてないと失礼だろ?
Yeah, I agree. Me waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and sleeping in is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own. Like today. I feel so bad. Though this has only been a habit for a year and a half or so.
ともかく、 さくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだから、それぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest until she's forced to.
なら私もお手伝いします。お皿には私が盛りますから、先輩はお茶碗を出してください。
いや、だから全部こっちでやるからいいってば。
Why is Sakura so nice?
いけません。先輩はお家の主人なんですから、朝くらいはドーンと構えていてください。
どーんと構えろって。さくら一人に働かせてのんびりしている主人なんて家主失格だぞ。いいからさくらは今に行ってろって。
I think this is going to pose a problem for me. Well, not the breakfast part, I'm just thinking if this character here, I forgot his name, Sato? Anyway, if he's going to participate in the Holy Grail War, and Rin is also participating, and there's only one winner, that's going to be a problem, because I want to root for both.
はい、ぜひ失格してください。これ、いつも美味しいご飯を食べさせてもらっているお返しなんです。だからできれば、先輩にはゆっくりしていてほしいです。
食費だったら折半なんだからさくらが気にすることじゃない。感謝なんて言ったら俺がしたいぐらいだ。さくらが
やっぱり先輩分かってなかったんですね。先輩のお家のご飯が美味しいのはそういうことじゃないんです。
Once again, I apologize, I clicked too fast.
そういうことじゃないってどういうことだ？
Maybe Sakura has a crush on you.
いえ、なんでもありません。けど責任取ってくださいね。私先輩の家じゃないとご飯を美味しくいただけなくなっちゃったんですから。
I take back the maybe. Look at her. She looks adorable. It's so great. I shipped him already, somehow. Yo. Sakura smiles while blushing.
バカ、おかしなこと言うな。藤姉に聞かれたらどうするんだ。あの人には冗談なんて通じないんだから。
そうですね。藤村先生に聞かれたら大変です。
まったくだ。あんまりおかしなこと言うな。
Please don't tell me we're the sort of protagonist who is tense as hell.
はい、言いません。言いませんからお手伝いしていいですよね、先輩。
And Sakura's just too witty. She's too sharp. Sakura looks up at me naturally and calmly.
いいよ、好きにしろ。そんなにやりたきゃさくらに任せる。
はい、好きにします、私。
まったく、本当に最近言うこと聞かなくなったよな、さくら。
ですね。藤村先生に似てきたのかもしれません。
Thinking softly, Sakura reaches up for the cupboard. The silky hair and small skin catches my eye. How can I put this? It's troubling. She must be maturing as she seems really feminine these days. Her casual movements and figure are so beautiful that I instinctively look away.
先輩、どうかしましたか？
Oh, look at this. Wow.
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
Honestly, Why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? After all, Sakura's not like that. She's a good underclassman and a junior I need to take care of. First of all, the relationship between me and Sato. I combined our first and last name together somehow. Stupid. First of all, the relationship between me and Mato Sakura is just that of a senpai and a junior. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she is a grade below me, we weren't that close. Until changed a year and a half ago, and this cooperative kind of relationship. Sakura came to cook when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. I think we intended to do it until my injury healed, but some trivial thing came up to make her stay with it. Anyways, Sakura is a good cook and perfectly good at cleaning and doing the laundry. It's a big help to have her helping around here in the mornings, but it's a bit troubling recently. Problem is not Sakura, but me. The CG, I'm sorry that I'm doing this all the time, but this is so nice. Frankly, Sakura's beautiful. She's one of the best looking first years, and I'm sure there are a lot of guys who want to date her. And on top of that, she's been growing in certain places recently, and some of her casual gestures are starting to catch my eye. That's what I mean by a small problem. Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard, just like now, I blush. Does this make me an unsuitable senpai? I don't think so. Breakfast is placed on the table. My perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish, and carrot miso soup, and yam soup. I did not click. Something, the audio cut off. Sakura and I bow and start our meal quietly. The sounds of her chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Also, I suppose it is a bit rude to talk with your mouth full, so naturally mealtimes are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today the loud person is. Must have been watching spy movies last night as she's eyeing us while hiding behind the newspaper.
藤村先生、ご飯時に新聞は見ない方がいいと思いますよ。
Another familiar face. Fujini ignores Sakura's question. She's acting weird, but Fujini always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast. Sakura must be used to it as she continues to eat with no particular care. Sakura prefers to make Western foods. She learned to cook Japanese food after she started coming here to help. Eugenie and I prefer Japanese, so Sakura learned to make Japanese food for breakfast. And she's so good at she almost surpassed me, her teacher. Salmon is especially good as it's cooked to perfection. Oh, I haven't had salmon in so long. So I should have salmon more often. I really like fish, but it's so expensive. The miso soup is tasty, and she has shown some capacity even for making, is it yam or yam soup? By grinding yams, I'm not even sure what those are. Actually, I think this is the first time she's made it.
悪い。さくら、醤油取って。
はい。大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
じゃあ、藤姉のでいいや。取って。
藤村先生、いいですか？
Ujimura-san looked so annoyed for some reason. Ujini nods. Newspaper trembles.
はいどうぞ。とろろ汁に使うんですか？
なあ、とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
I don't know. I put the soy sauce on the white yam soup. After stirring it, I put it on the rice and take a bite. The stickiness of the yam and the taste of the soy is so...
うわ、まずこれソースだぞ、ソース。しかもオイスター。
Whoops. And then... Damn it. This is such a troll. What? I'm sorry if I keep just looking at those graphics, they're great. Uchini throws the newspaper away.
どうだ、朝のうちにソースとお醤油のラベルを取り替えておく作戦なのだ。
I'm not sure why I'm laughing. It's such a childish prank. The female spite throws up her arms to show her happiness. What?
朝っぱらから何考えてんだあんたは。今年で25のくせにいつまで経っても節ねは節ねだな。
Look at the face.
ふふんだ。昨日の恨み思い知ったか？
What did we do yesterday?
みんなと一緒になってお姉ちゃんをいじめるやつには当然の天罰ってところかしら？
天罰ってのは人為的なもんじゃないだろう。なんかおとなしいと思ったら昨日からこんなこと考えてやがったのか、この暇人。
Also, I like how this is going to be about 40 to 50 minute episode. Just having React's breakfast with pranks. It's great.
そうだよ。おかげでこれから急いでテストの採点しなくちゃいけないんだから。そういうわけで急がないとやばいのだ。
Eugenie sits back down and finishes her breakfast quickly. Cheers.
はい、ごちそうさま。朝ごはん、今日も美味しかったよ、さくらちゃん。はい、お粗末様でした、先生。それじゃ先に行くわね。二人とも遅刻したら怒るわよ。
Yeah, yeah. And she runs off. There's something wrong with the world in which it thinks the teacher.
先輩。
すまない。せっかくの朝食だっていうのに、藤姉のやつろくに味わいもしないで。
It's fine.
いえ、そういうのではなくて、昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？食べ物に細工するなんて藤村先生にしてはやりすぎですから。
いや、それがさ、昨日ついあだ名で呼んじまった。
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩、藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
I like how Sakura just for a half a second had just that sprite with that smile that just says, well, you screwed up.
面目ない。いつものことなんで忘れてた。
So, I mean, if you're living in the same house, I can understand why you would mix it up.
ダメですよ。藤村先生、先輩にあだ名を言われるのだけは嫌がるんですから。また泣かせちゃったんでしょう。
泣かした上にダットのごとく走り去らせた。おかげで昨日の英語は自習だった。
Yay! Ujimura sensei really takes it hard for some reason. And I was awarded the student honor written on note paper, but I threw it away.
もう それじゃあ今朝のは先輩が悪いです。
Virginie's like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Virginie's side. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with Virginie 24/7. Virginie was originally an acquaintance of father's, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. She started to show up even more after father died, and now she's almost as dependent, eating breakfast and dinner here. I already loved their dynamic together. No, maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after my father died. Virginie, Sakura and I are now the residents of the Emiya household. But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It's said that Magi must hide their identities. That's why I have been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. Yeah, he saw the 7th magus and he will summon Saber, since this is a few days back. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magic spell properly. So it's kinda ironic. The most newbie magus probably ending up with the most powerful servant. How does that work? With this kind of a skill, it wouldn't make much difference whether I hide it or not, but because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then. I finished breakfast and prepared for school. I cleaned the dishes with Sakura while listening to the news on TV. Sakura staring at the TV screen. Over the screen was an accentuated teletype reading. Gas leak, accidents continue. What? It seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shinto. It happened in the building in the business district. It seems a whole floor of people ran out of oxygen and fell unconscious. They've called it a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening too often recently. It's suspicious as hell.
今のニュース気になるのか、さくら。
いえ、別に。ただ、事故がシントで起きているなら近いなって。先輩、シントの方でアルバイトしていますよね。
してるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and on top of that, it's just to think that hundreds of people are suffering. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims.
物騒な話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
それならご心配なく先輩。ガスの元栓はいつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
Sakura boasts with pride.
いや、そういう話でなくて。
Yeah, thought so before, but Sakura's a bit off too.
先輩、裏手の戸締まりはしました？
したよ。缶抜きかけたけど、問題あるか？
ありません。それじゃあ鍵かけますね。先輩、今日のお帰りは何時ですか？
少し遅くなると思う。さくらは？
私はいつも通りです。多分私の方が早いと思いますから、夕食の下準備は済ませておきますね。
Sakura just seems too precious.
うん、助かる。俺もできるだけ早く帰るよ。
He locked the gate. Sakura and Virginie also have keys to my house, and the rule is that the last person out locks up.
行こうか。急がないと朝練に間に合わない。
はい。それじゃあ、少しだけ急ぎましょうか、先輩。
We walk down the town together. Passing the long wall and going down the hill, we reach the residential district. My house is on top of the hill, far away from the center of town. Going down the hill takes us to the residential district, and beyond that, we reach the crossroads at the center of this town. Also, those crossroads are really familiar looking. From here, there are many roads, a big bridge leading to the neighboring city, a hill road that leads to Ryudo Temple, the residential district on the other side of town, the shopping district Sakura and I always use, and the school we're headed to right now. We head for the school without stopping elsewhere. We don't talk much as we walk up the hill. This is still 7 o'clock. There aren't many others on the road. Other than this, well, you can see are a few others heading to the morning practices.
それじゃあまたな。部活頑張れよ。
I party with Sakura at the school gate like usual. Sakura's in the archery club, so we have to party here in the mornings. But today Sakura doesn't go.
さくら、体の調子悪いのか？
いえ、そういうことじゃなくて、先輩、たまには道場の方に寄っていきませんか？
いや、別に道場に用はないぞ。それに今日は一斉に頼まれてるから生徒会室に行かないとまずい。
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。余計なことを言っちゃって。
Sakura bows.
それじゃあ失礼します。晩ご飯楽しみにしていてくださいね。
Sakura runs off like she's ashamed of something. Mark, I wonder what that's all about.